Welcome back to Studio Friends. And has James Gunn done it again? Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 1 has been released, and my thoughts are coming right up. All right, let's just jump right into it. They have a little flashback of Season 1, and obviously they had to do a retcon with having the Justice League appear at the end. Now it's the Justice Gang. They threw in a couple gags here and there with Green Lantern and Hawkgirl. They didn't really land. I don't know. A lot of the time, James Gunn's humor does land, but these jokes for me did not, unfortunately. But it's an easy retcon to make to have the Justice Gang appear rather than the Justice League. And now Peacemaker feels he is in line with the new DCU, which is great because the show for me overall is pretty awesome and it's a fresh take. It's something that I appreciate having over MCU, which is, other than Deadpool and I guess now Daredevil, the MCU is very kid friendly, and this show is 100% not. Spoilers ahead. Giant orgy. Didn't expect a giant orgy, and it wasn't just like a tame, PG-13 orgy, if that's even possible. It was like full on like Game of Thrones type orgy in this episode, which I was not expecting at all. But yeah, they do not shy away. Obviously, if you've seen that season 1, they don't shy away from that R-rated stuff, and then they continue that trend with episode 1 of season 2. But yeah, this episode, plot wise, it definitely sets up the season. Like, it's all of a sudden very interesting. They go right into what's going on. The only thing I guess I have not like a gripe, but something I'm a little bit fatigued over is the whole multi-universe type thing. Different versions of the same character living in a multiverse. Like, we've seen it so many times. It's been done a million times so far, and they're doing it kind of again with Peacemaker. But at least with this one, it does feel a little different because, I don't know, it's R-rated. And then the backstory with season 1 with Peacemaker and his dad and brother, and to see them back in this new world and to what it seems now like they're good people, which is a nice take, I guess, for Peacemaker to see that, because right now, he's doing lines of coke, like he is partying hard and he's down on the dumps. So him being able to go into an alternate universe where things seem to be pretty good is a cool. It's a cool story. It's an interesting story, and one that I'm definitely intrigued by, and I will be following up and watching all the other episodes as they come out, and I'll having reviews here as well once those episodes are out. But yeah, overall, the episode seemed much quicker than it was. It's about an hour long, but the episode felt like it was like 30 minutes. It kind of just flew by. There was no dull moments when he was getting interviewed by the Justice Gang. That whole sequence was pretty funny, especially with I don't know what hero that was with the bunny costume, that little gag there. It was good. Maxwell Lord is definitely really funny, and his banter with Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl is fantastic. I think that's one thing James Gunn actually does a really good job on, is with his dialogue, with his scripts. I feel like he doesn't really get his actors to like riff too much, and they just say what's written on the paper, on the script, and he's really good. His dialogue's always on point. Even the Guardians movie with Superman, his dialogue is always good. Tends to be fairly funny most of the time. Sometimes his jokes don't land, but a lot of times they do, and he's very successful at it. And everything he's done so far, he's put his fingers on any superhero show, movie, anything, has been great. I don't know if you guys have seen Creature Commandos. I feel like that's a little bit more of a niche project, but that was the official first show or first bit of content for the new DCU. And Creature Commandos is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Yeah, watch your Creature Commandos if you haven't, and then you get a good taste of this DCU, this James Gunn DCU. Superman's great, Creature Commandos great, Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, everything he's done with the DCU so far has been fantastic. I'm interested to see which characters from his version of Suicide Squad end up in Peacemaker. I know he said that he wants Idris Elba to make a return, so we'll see if that happens. Maybe he shows up in Peacemaker. It would be really cool if he did, because I really liked him in Suicide Squad. Anyways, that was a little bit of a ramble about the DCU. If I have to give a rating for episode 1 of Peacemaker season 2, I'd give it a solid 8.5, maybe even a 9. Like, there was no bad parts of the show. The whole episode went smoothly. There was no lulls. Some great action scenes, some good fight scenes. And yeah, the little bit of a cliffhanger at the end of the first episode, it definitely gets you hooked. You want to see what happens in the next episode. So let me know if you've seen the show, if you will continue to be watching Peacemaker. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this kind of nerd content, listen to me ramble, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.